everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Babes Who Manifest podcast. I am your host, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟, aka the Gratitude Chick. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media platforms at the Gratitude Chick. On Twitter, Gratitude_Chick, and on TikTok, Babes Who Manifest. Also, starting in November, I am setting up one-to-one coaching to help you plan out your future reality using both the law of assumption and the power of your subconscious mind. Both of these plans together starts at $50. Send me an email at thegratitudechick20@gmail.com. Let's start today. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. Today we are talking about, the past couple days I have been talking about scripting and visualization. So I don't want to say this is going to be the third and final talk about it, but I will say this is the third installment because as I read more of, Neville Goddard and the power of your subconscious mind, I'm getting more ahas. And as I get more ahas, I am, of course, going to update you guys. So today I want to talk about visualization, just simply because Neville's version of visualizing is not the same as what I think that we know it to be, or we understand what visualizing is. So I want to read you a quote from him and then kind of give you what I think is the interpretation. And, you don't have to agree. You can always come to your own conclusions and, let's have a dialogue about it. Why not? Okay, so this excerpt comes from a lecture he did called Imagination Creates Reality. Your own wonderful human imagination is the actual creative power of God within you. It is your savior. If you were thirsty, water would be your savior. If you needed a job, employment would be your savior. Your imagination is the power to save you from whatever circumstances you now find yourself. You can experience your heart's desire through the use of your imagination. Nothing is impossible to your imagination. Your imagination is unlimited in what it can accomplish. If you can imagine something, you can achieve it. Let me give you an example. If you are unable to walk and were confined to a wheelchair, you could close your eyes and imagine yourself running on the beach or wading in the water. If you could imagine yourself doing this until it took on the tones of reality, you could accomplish a feeling that would allow you to actually walk or run. The way to use your imagination creatively is this. Relax in a chair or on a bed and close your eyes. First, determine what it is you wish to experience. That's step one. Step two, in the state of complete relaxation, bring to mind the end result of what it is you desire. In other words, if you were seeking a promotion at work, the end result might be that people would congratulate you on your promotion. Now, if you saw the video that I posted to YouTube yesterday, you will see the illustration that I made. And in the circle, it was your desire. And the lines that I drew were the results. Because someone in the group asked, do we script every day? That kind of thing. And my advice was, if you script every day, make sure that it's different scenarios that you're scripting about. So the lines that I drew were what happened as a result of getting this desire. So that is kind of what Neville is saying here. So if you are seeking a promotion at work, the end result might be that people will congratulate you on your promotion. You might move to a larger office. You would enjoy an increase in pay. See, he's giving you different examples of what the end result would be. Now, what he doesn't say is to script. My only reason for saying to script is because it is an easy way for you to write, kind of write your story out. It is an easy way to do it. Sometimes not everybody has the capacity to sit and think of the story. So writing it out brings it forward into your mind of what it looks like once you get to the end result. So take his advice, take any of these events and with your eyes closed, actually hear your friends congratulate you on your promotion. Feel their hand in yours as they tell you how happy they are for you. By actually feeling that you are being congratulated, your imagination will go to work to bring about that state in your outer world. So what he's saying is take what you've written, that story, and make it, insert yourself into the story. Let me articulate this better. When you visualize, it's kind of like watching TV, right? But visualizing says, I am watching myself get what I want. What he's saying is put yourself into the television. Instead of watching yourself, be it. So instead of watching yourself being congratulated for your new promotion, feel yourself. Feel the congratulations. When your coworker slaps you on the back and says congratulations, feel that slap on the back. When your coworker holds his hand out and shakes your hand, feel his hand as you shake it. So it's your participation. You're participating in that visualization as opposed to watching it. That is the difference between, I think, getting your money or getting your manifestation now and daydreaming. It is a huge difference because I have done this all my life. That is daydreaming to me. But Neville's form of visualization is feeling. It's feeling the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That is his version of visualizing. So he says, you need not be concerned about how this will be accomplished. Your imagination will use whatever natural means are necessary to bring it about. I am the beginning and the end. My ways are past finding out. Those are quotations. What you do in imagination is an instantaneous creative act. So basically he's saying what you're doing when you're doing this imagination where you are inside of it, it is instant. Your conscious mind sends it to your subconscious mind, and it happens instantly for you. However, in the three-dimensional world, which is our world, our reality, events appear in a time sequence. See, we are bound by time here. So as a result, it may take a short interval of time to realize in the outer world what you have just experienced in your imagination. That does not mean that it has not come true. It's just taking a little bit longer to come into your reality. After you have performed this act in your imagination, open your eyes and go about your normal, natural affairs, confident that what you have done must come to fruition in your world. Make your inner conversations conform to your imaginal act. You have planted a seed. You will now see the harvest of what you have sowed. So by inner conversations, my assumption or what I would do is affirmations. Just continue to affirm that what I want is here. When you go into your imagination, make sure that you are actually performing the action, hearing the words, touching the object, or smelling the aroma in your self-conceived drama. What you do in your imagination is not merely a daydreaming, which you see events in your mind's eye. You must enter the dream as if you were actually there. You must make then, now, and make there, here. You understand what that means? You must make then, now, in the present, and make there, here, in the present. To make this perfectly clear, imagine that you would experience driving a new car after you have achieved your goal. In that case, you would not merely see a new car in your mind's eye. You must actually enter the dream. Feel yourself seated behind the steering wheel. Smell the newness of the interior. Feel yourself enjoying a comfortable ride. Feel the happiness that will be yours after accomplishing your dream. So this is kind of this was his lecture about imagination and visualizing. So this is something that, based on this, what I think are kind of some steps that we can take for this process. Step one would be what your desire. What do you want? Are you clear and concise about what it is that you want? You're not wavering back and forth between two different things or three different things. You have drilled down, this is what I want. Fine. Step two, construct an event that shows what happens after your desire is fulfilled. So doing that is doing what Neville said, feeling the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So we're looking for what happens after, not what happens during or before. What happens after. We are assuming that what we have already asked for is done. So because it's done, what happens after? And that's where you go. If you go back to the illustration, you'll see that circle and you'll see what your desire in the middle of the circle. And you write off to the side what you want to happen after your wish has been fulfilled. And then step three is the actual imagination process. Get into your bed or a chair and start imagining you are asleep. Neville says we need to be in a state akin to sleep. So for most of you, so that you can understand, right before you go to bed, that dreamy, sleepy state, you're almost asleep but not quite asleep, that's the state that you need to be in. And right before, when you wake up a little bit and you're still kind of asleep, literally you can just turn over and go back to sleep. But you're kind of awake, that's the state you need to be in. So with your eyelids closed, mentally feel yourself into the action, not see yourself in the circumstance. I think that's where we all kind of get it mixed up, is that we have no problem, with the visualizing because we can see ourselves. But the issue is that we are seeing ourselves. We need to feel it, not see it, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's kind of just, watching television. A lot of times when I visualize anyway, I see myself in the visualization instead of feeling it. Sometimes I see I'm looking out of my eyes, if you understand, which means that I'm inside of the visualization. And sometimes I'm seeing myself. So it really just depends. But even, sometimes when I am looking out of my own eyes, if you understand what that means, I still don't feel it. I'm just literally playing something in my mind. So my goal here is to feel it instead of see it. I hope that you understand what I mean by that. So, because there is a difference in feeling yourself in the end and visualizing yourself in the end. There is a huge difference. So one person I looked at said his advice was condense your, I guess, what you are seeing, your visualization, like, I'm having such a problem with my words today. So your scripting story, condense it to a single act, right? And then loop it over and over again until it feels real to you, and then go to sleep. So let's see if we can see, if I can give you an example of what that would mean. I'm always going to use money as an example simply because it's universal. So if you are wanting, your desire is to get $10,000, right? No, let's not use that. Your desire is to get this new job that you wanted, right? And you scripted an entire story about how you got, you went on the interview, the questions were great, you did good on the interview, it was fantastic, and they offered you the job. So his advice is condense that story that you have created into a single act and then loop it over and over again. So pick part of that story out. I would say the part that makes the most sense or that lives in the end, and loop it over and over. So if you write a whole story about getting this job and then the end of the story, you got that offer letter, I would say because the end is you getting that job, get that part where it gives you that offer letter, loop it over and over until it feels real for you. So whenever you're writing your scripting out for your story, make sure that you write the part out in the end so that part you can use as the single act, and you loop it over and over again in this daydreaming visualization so that your subconscious mind can get to work and send those commands to your your conscious mind can send those commands to your subconscious mind. And the reason why I say this is simply because, and I'm just using me as an example. If you have too much that you're thinking about, your thoughts are going to go haywire, right? But if you're focused on one thing only, and you are constantly focused on that one thing in a loop over and over and over and over and over again, and you're feeling it over and over and over and over again before you go to sleep, when you wake up, these are the commands that you are sending from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind to get to work to bring this to pass. So this is what I am going to advise us all to do in our visualizing process. And I'm going to challenge us all to do this tonight. Let's do this tonight and then come back tomorrow and let's talk about it. How did it work for you? Did you feel yourself in the story that you created? Did you loop it? Let's talk about it. If you are in my group, I'm going to put a post up tomorrow so we can talk about it. If you're not, make sure that you join the Facebook group. It is called Babes Who Manifest on Facebook. Join me and let's talk about this visualizing that Neville has told us to do, child, because it sounds like it is what we need to be doing to create the lives that we want. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you guys for listening. Don't forget to make gratitude as a daily practice in your life. I promise you your life will change once you add the daily practice of gratitude. I am in the middle of the 21 days of thankfulness, so don't forget to join us in that. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Babes Who Manifest podcast. I am your host, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟, aka The Gratitude Chick. Don't forget to follow us on our new YouTube page at The Gratitude Chick. Make sure to click in our description box for a good deal on starting your own dropshipping business with Shopify.